Bill here with the Metals Minute. Today's Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. Well, the CPI numbers came in reported at 9.1%, which is higher than all the estimates on Wall Street. Most were estimating between 8.6 and 8.9, and that just indicates how difficult it is to be precise in the current environment. Now, having said that, there's pointing out that this is the highest number since 1980, 81. Different aspects have different years when it was the highest. But looking back to 1980, it's important to note that if we calculated inflation today the same way that we did in 1980, that number instead of 9.1 would be closer to 21. So that's not news to those of you that have been watching the videos of Metal Minutes for a while, or those of you that have been readers of the blog. We've talked about how inflation is calculated differently now, and what's experienced by the average American is often higher than what the official inflation numbers are. So that's not news, but it is something that they're at least acknowledging, even with their altered metric, that inflation is up over 9% now. So having said that, the initial reaction has been lower in markets across the board. Stock markets, bond markets, even the metals were knocked down a little bit more. All the details are in the write-up, but we already see them starting to move back up. And I believe that it's very likely that this week we'll have the bottom for the metals in 2022. So I'm really expecting things to begin to pick up as we go from this point forward throughout the year. We have a longer article discussing the reasons why and the historical context of where we are today and what that means for the metals going forward. So it's an exciting time out there. It's a difficult time. We know that real wages are now declining at 4.4%. They're minus 4.4% compared to the rate of inflation. And even though the precious metals sector is lower for the most part for the week, palladium is higher, but gold, silver, platinum down for the week. Yet, year to date, the precious metals complex is still leading the way in terms of asset categories performance compared to stocks, cryptos. Real estate is beginning to roll over in many markets, and that's often what we're seeing now is begins an 18 to 24 month cycle. Typically, last time we saw the same things happening, it enveloped the whole nation in about 18 months. So in that environment, we're going to look at how does gold and silver compare when the things are going on with real estate and with interest rates and inflation like we're seeing now. And it's a good story, and it's a great time to be a precious metals owner. So thanks for tuning in. We'll have a longer article coming out this week. We'll see you again for another Metals Minutes on Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good weekend.